It's episode 394 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. It's a podcast for you if you love Magic, no matter how much you love it, as long as it's some amount.
It can even be not an amount because of our listeners who don't even play Magic.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking if you aggressively hate Magic,
then
maybe you're in the wrong spot.
That's probably right.
But other than that, any amount of loving Magic, we're here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Meghan.
And it's draft day today on Good Luck High Five.
That's right, because Dominaria Draft has been on Arena as the throwback draft.
Oh, it's so good.
And we have Amonkhet Remastered coming to Arena.
On the 13th.
On the 13th, which is
Mere days away. Mere day away.
And Maria's been doing a little double Masters drafting.
Yes, I have. I wanted to try it out because you get to pick 2 first picks in every pack, which is wild. And you get the opportunity to open some really... What's the word we use?
Bonkers?
Valuable? No. Desirable.
Desirable
cards.
Yeah. We're also going to do one of the saddest things we've done on the show, which is crack this pack of Masters 25, which was thoroughly soaked in the flooding of our old office.
No.
I picked up this booster as I was like putting things on the shelf here, and I was like, oh, this got real flooded. You can feel the cards.
If you're in the market for some really destroyed Magic cards from Masters 25,
have we got you covered?
We have got you covered.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real bummer. We're going to see what happened.
You know, and like the upside of our saddest segment ever on the show is that we found it while putting together our beautiful new office.
That's right. It's such a wonderful office. We really love it.
Yes. And we continue to put things together piece by piece as we go through the weeks and the days and the months and the years. Well, okay, hopefully faster than that. But what we're trying to say is, we are continuing to put things together and get things set up and ready to go. It's a long process, but we've got your mailings on our list.
Do we.
New patrons. We've got the people who pledge for Patreon Pledge Drive Month, the pin mailings to sort out. We've still got to design and finish the set in here because it's not done yet, and about a million other things. But
so many exciting things.
We are working on it, and a lot more. Like, we've got ideas for content coming up in the future too that we're working on. Our to-do list is about as long as all of our arms connected, which I know you didn't need that visual, but there you go.
I imagined first everyone just holding hands like a normal person would.
Nope, that's not what I meant.
Like a normal person would. And to that effect, so we had talked last week about wanting to hold a tournament on MTG Melee, which is going to be Historic Singleton, but we're going to bump that back a month to September 19th so that we have a little bit of time to actually plan and figure out Melee and get more stuff set up at the office.
We might have bit off more than we could chew with that promise.
But we're still going to bring it to you. But so mark your calendar. Now it's way out in the future. September 19th. It's a Saturday. We're going to party hearty.
A question. Is this a 60 or 100 card format?
60.
Yes. Somebody asked this on YouTube, so I just want you to know.
Great question. 60 card singleton.
I played a 100 card singleton event on Arena the other day.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, 100 is a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards. 100 is a lot of cards.
It felt like too many.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't play Commander. Sorry, everybody. But I was like, gosh, are there this many vampires?
Oh, you wanted vamps.
I wanted to make vamps. That was the problem.
Classic Maria vamps.
I managed to get the Solemn Simulacrum full art, which was why I was playing in the first place.
Ooh.
So the vamps did get there. I will tell you that. But it was kind of like, is this really a vampires deck at this point? Like, I guess so, but 100 cards. With 60 cards, you can put together more of a tribal synergy and feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So, mark your calendars. We're super excited.
September 19th. And all those other things, we are working on them. We just want to let you know we have not forgotten about you.
No.
Or any of the other things we're trying to do here in the office.
What a year.
What a year. 2020. Oh my gosh. I think the most possible things have happened.
Don't say that.
Okay. No, I'm not saying like more stuff can happen. I'm just saying so much has happened within this year.
Oh, it's like the most possible.
The most stuff has been stuffed into this year.
Yeah.
Good and bad and everything. that the casing is bursting. It's like, I was thinking back 2 months ago and it felt like a year ago.
Yes, it really does. Worlds in Hawaii happened this year.
No, it didn't.
Feels like a different lifetime.
I flat out refuse to believe that.
2020 is like the year that is, there's a I once saw a photo of a boa constrictor down in Florida that had tried to swallow like an alligator and it busted open.
Oh, gross. But it really went for it. You got to give it that.
So that is the image for 2020 is a boa constrictor that tried to eat an alligator and busted open.
Well, you know what you've busted open, everybody? Our hearts. Yes, we got there. Nailed it. Thank you, everybody who's a supporter of our show and of all our work, honestly, over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
That's right. Thank you so much to everyone who is supporting us, has supported, will support in the future. It means so much to us. It has helped us make this huge transition after a huge transition. Oh boy.
Yeah. So much has happened.
Exactly. And it just means the world to us. And we are happy that right now we are able to be here for you via the podcast.
Yeah.
We look forward to being there for you through mailing out all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, thank you, from the bottom of our hearts.
Get in on our next mailing over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. You can be a patron for literally any dollar amount. If you're like, you are all worth $1 a month to me, I'm like, great, thumbs up.
Great.
You're a patron. Welcome to our Discord. Welcome to hanging out and like being part of the coolest club in Magic, in our opinion. And yeah, $5 a month gets you squirrel level and a whole bunch of other benefits and on and up the chain. But yeah, thank you so much to everybody who's considering supporting. And if you're like, I'm dragging my feet, make today the day and you'll feel better about it. And just make your whole week shine. That's what happens to me whenever I support somebody on Patreon. So yeah, thank you so much for considering.
Thank you as well to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, cardkingdom.com /GLHF. A delightful place to go for all of your Magic needs. And yeah, they also have a great blog that we're going to be using as a reference today because they have so much awesome material on there. They have decks for post-ban. They have, like, if you're still learning mechanics, they have blog posts on different mechanics. Like, what a wonderful resource.
I know. I was just pulling this up.
Yeah.
Like, what this blog post says, what is first strike and double strike explained? And that might seem like, old hat for people playing the game for a long time. But I remember being completely oblivious to first strike and double strike, and like it was kind of obtuse, the concept of it, when I was first learning Magic. I was like, wait, what? Something does something before something else? I thought it was, and then you have to learn about damage being simultaneous, which is also kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
So yeah, Card Kingdom's got you covered. Lots of cool articles here in their blog section.
They just do so much that they don't have to.
Yeah.
Which is,
very
I think,
true.
is what I would say like the hallmark of Card Kingdom is.
Yeah.
And it's so wonderful for our community. So go support them.
Hey everybody, welcome to Draft Day here on Good Luck High Five. And the first one we're going to start with is some Double Masters draft action.
Oh, yeah. So Maria,
yes,
you did a Double Masters draft.
I sure did. I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about because Kenji Igashira, aka Numa the Nummy, tweeted out that he had done some insane number of Double Masters drafts. And he's like, I love this format. And I was like, ooh, that is a high recommendation from one of my favorite streamers. So I'm going to check it out. You can't play it on Arena, sadly, but you can play it on Magic Online. Which, if you have Magic Online, you already know all about it. And if you
don't have Magic Online, don't feel the need to download it just for this.
Yeah, it's very different than Arena.
You don't gotta do it.
It's an interface that is a little challenging to pick up from nowhere, especially if you've only played Arena.
It is its own thing.
But guess what? Say you've got friends and you have means to play virtually, like some people have been doing with Commander. You could potentially draft this IRL. I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe in the future. But I wanted to tell you about my experience drafting
it. Okay, wait, hear me out.
Go for it.
You draft with friends.
Yeah.
You get a huge, like everyone gets their own table or their own chair outside. You're all 6 feet apart.
Okay. And you throw the pack.
I was going to say, yeah, look, you open it and then you each have a little binder clip and then you pick it and then you binder clip and then you chuck the pack to the next person.
What if you each had butterfly nets and you just reach them out and they drop the pack into your net?
And then you go and you pull it out again. It's great.
We've solved it.
Perfect.
Now you can draft everybody.
Now
You're
you can
welcome.
Draft outdoors as long as you have butterfly nets.
What's actually surprised me drafting this, first point is what we said in the intro, which is that you make 2 first picks, which is bizarre.
It is weird, but great.
And that's also something that you have to think about when you're drafting this too, is your strategy with your double first picks. What do? Do you pick 2 cards of the same color?
Yeah.
Do you pick 2 cards that are, the most expensive, which if you're playing, I've played a Phantom one, everybody. Okay. I'm not playing Magic Online a lot, so it didn't make any sense not to play a Phantom one.
Yeah.
But do you pick the 2 most powerful cards that are off color? Do you pick 2 cards that are the same strategy? I don't know.
So many questions.
All of these questions.
So many questions.
That you have to ask yourself drafting Double Masters.
Yeah.
The thing that stood out to me, first of all, is that it's an artifact set.
Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting that. I guess I hadn't really perused the spoiler or anything that much, but it is very, very heavily artifact themed.
Oh,
which
I
is
like it.
Really interesting. I love artifacts, and it makes for gameplay that can be a little bit more expansive because they're colorless.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fun artifacts in here, like Ichor Wellspring or Chromatic Star.
Yeah.
You remember these old friends?
Yeah, they say draw a card.
Draw a card. They're little cantrippy mana fixers. They're super fun.
Yeah.
And the strategies are also extremely powerful. What did I draft? I don't know. I did not know what I was doing. Do you think I knew what I was doing? No, I did not.
Okay.
I drafted a blue-white artifacts deck, which is kind of like the deck you want to draft. Which is what I think the best deck is. Well, me saying this after one draft, but whatever. I played 2 of my opponents were playing red-white artifacts, red-white equipment, which is, I think, extremely strong deck and lends itself very well in this format to being drafted. There's lots of great equipment. There's lots of creatures who care about having equipment on them and help you equip them easily.
Yeah.
And gets in for a lot of damage. And then you can just recur them and do these things over and over again. Bounce your little cantrippy artifacts back to your hand, play them again, do the thing. It's pretty cool. It's like a very powerful kind of like Masters-y feel to the set. Mm-hmm. Like you can do wild stuff like that.
It is called Double Masters.
True enough. It is a Masters set. I take it back and replace it with that. There's also like insane removal. Path to Exile was just in my deck.
Obviously, that card is
get out of here.
Great.
Cast down, destroy target non-legendary creature, kills everything.
Down.
Abrade kills everything and also destroys artifacts because you're gonna need that.
Important.
One Clear Shot, which was cast on me a number of times, which basically is a bite effect. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn and deals damage to equal to its power to target creature you don't control.
I haven't heard that called a bite effect.
Yeah, bite and fight.
Yeah, because when they deal each other damage, it's a fight.
Yeah.
But when it just deals damage to it, it's a bite. Cute.
Yeah. So just very quickly, since I know this is a niche set and you might not get to draft it, I'm just going to tell you some of the archetypes. Green-white was a go wide strategy, which you can see with a card like Angel of the Dawn, if you remember this one.
I loved Angel of the Dawn.
Great card, 3/3 flyer for 5. Solid. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn.
Such a good card for go wide.
Yes, I love it.
Really nice.
This green card, which I love, Chatter of the Squirrel, of course.
Classic.
Single green mana for create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token and has flashback for 1 and a green.
Ooh, 2 little squirrels.
So make a bunch of squirrels.
Squirrels.
Do you remember this friend? Glint Sleeve Artisan?
Yeah, Fabricate.
Yes, with Fabricate, 2/2 for 3. Fabricate 1, so you can either put a +1/+1 counter on it or it makes a 1/1 servo token.
Ooh.
So that's a fun one.
Yeah.
There's also Red-Black Artifact Aggro, which is a good deck as well. We talked about how basically these are all artifact decks. They just all are. Okay, so keep that in mind.
They just all have artifacts?
They all have them. This one has Orcish Vandal, which you can also play in whatever, red, white, it doesn't matter. You tap it, sacrifice an artifact, it deals 2 damage to any target.
If you have a lot of artifacts just hanging around.
Yeah, and like I said, with the recursion, getting artifacts back from the graveyard and back into your hand, that card will kill you.
Great.
I died to it. Just FYI, everybody. There's a 5-color deck, red, white equipment I mentioned. With I'm trying to think of all of the different kinds of the swords are in here, so like that's one of the cool things you can equip everybody. Black green grind, I played against this deck with cards like Bloodbriar. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodbriar, which is a 2/3 for 3 starts out. And I just talked about sacrificing artifacts with that other card, Orcish Vandal, and blah, blah, blah. You can do it continuously.
And blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Hey, guess what card I played in my blue-white artifact deck? Thraben Inspector.
Oh, Thraben Inspector. I remember Thraben Inspector.
You miss and love Thraben Inspector.
I really do.
How can you not?
I loved that card.
I played Fairy Mechanist, which is the 2/2 flower for 4, which lets you look at the top 5 and go get an artifact, put it in your hand. Like, there's just like so many good fun cards that you might have remembered or played with before. Mirsmith makes 1/1 mirrors when you cast artifacts. Flicker Wisp is in the set.
Mirrors.
I mean, cranial plating.
Woof. Cranial plating is a real meanie.
But I just wanted you to know, that's just like my overview. It's an artifact set. Yeah. There's a bunch of really, really amazing cards in it. Obviously, I've mentioned several powerful ones right off the bat. But go into it drafting with that in mind, that you're going to want to play a lot of artifacts, and your artifact synergies have got to be top, top, top. You can't just put good cards in your deck. You need to have a synergistic deck, which is common of a lot of master sets, and is true here for double masters as well. I had a lot of fun playing it. The deck was really powerful, but still lost like a complete bad deck, even though it was a really good deck and under any normal circumstances. But it was very, very fun. And my games went really long, which is something else people, I think, like equate with master sets and stuff, is having a good time, like just messing around with your cards essentially and doing the cool things your deck wants to do. So there you go. That's my very brief overview of Double Masters Draft, if you're able to do it on Magic Online, which apparently is probably the only way you're going to be able to do it. So
I'm sorry.
Get out there and try it if you want to.
Unless you've got a butterfly net.
Yeah, if you got a butterfly net, all bets are off. Do whatever you want.
Also, you can always go like get a box now and hold on to it for like a post-pandemic treat. 2 years from now.
What's the first treat you're going to have?
Post-pandemic, I'm gonna go to a movie theater when I can someday.
Gosh, movie theaters.
Yeah, right? There's no way I'm going until I think that there's a there's a vaccine, sure. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not.
That seems bad.
Like, I just don't need to do that at all. But boy, do I want to, and once it is safe again.
Man, I love going to movies in the summer. It's my favorite time to go to movies.
Like, you just get to, it's like a little respite from all of like the heat.
Yep.
You can just like sit in like a dark, cool theater for a little bit, and it like you recharge and you're like, okay.
It reminds me of my youth when we didn't have any responsibilities and life was still a beautiful shining star. We would just go to the movie theater in the summer. Anyway, that's something I've super missed too. That's probably also my vote.
Yeah.
Okay, movie theaters and a double masters draft.
And a double masters draft.
Boom, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, so what's up next?
Dominaria Draft.
Dominaria!
Because this has been on Arena, and it's probably about to leave because it's been there for like a couple of weeks now, I guess.
So good.
But it is such an excellent draft set. And it was so good that I didn't even think about drafting anything else while it was on. Like, Jumpstart was still there, and I was like, nope, sorry, not doing it. Like, while there's Dominaria Draft, that's what I'm going to do. Because it's so fun.
It's so good. One of the best draft formats, I think.
Exactly. And I both drafted and played against like all of the big hits.
Oh yeah.
Blue-white flyers, just
great.
Like a classic. Cloud Reader Sphinx.
Oh,
so great.
Get out of here.
So wonderful. Love it. Black-green Saprolings.
That's what I played.
I love black-green Saprolings.
With
Slimefoot. Thallid Omnivore. The 4-mana one who like you can sack Saprolings.
It's great.
Vicious Offering. Just like, what a good removal spell.
Excellent.
It was so good. And then Blue-Red Wizards.
Oh, that's my personal favorite.
I drafted one, and I was just like, this is every bit as amazing as I remember it. I played a game. Again, I also remembered, like, the games were pretty long.
Yeah.
But they're not dull or repetitive.
No.
Like, they're constantly... The first game that I played with Blue-Red Wizards, was such a long game, and I ended up losing at the end. But at the end of it, I was just like,
great game.
That was such a good game of Magic.
Right?
Like, I just had such a good time playing it. I don't even care that I lost.
What was the secret sauce of Dominaria? How did it do this?
I don't know. It was just so good.
I don't know either.
Black-white legendaries.
Oh, okay. I know I said Wizards is my favorite deck, but maybe Black-White Legends is my favorite deck.
So, like, I know all that I'm sitting here saying is that it was so good, and that's not helpful or informative.
Okay.
But it just, it
is. It just is. We're going to start just really quickly going over some of, if you've never played Dominaria before, things to look out for. Number 1, Sagas. This was their big debut. Richard Garfield,
so good,
designer of Magic, designed these for the set, came back for specially to help them out with these.
Eldest Reborn.
Pick it.
What a card.
You need it in your deck.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
Do not sleep on Eldest Reborn.
No.
If you don't remember how good that card is, I'll remind you, it's busted. It is a busted card.
Yeah, there were some Sagas now that were not busted and that appeared better than they were originally.
Ooh, Triumph of Gerard.
Triumph of Gerard is a great classic.
Don't play it.
It's not good.
Every time someone plays it against me, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Chainer's Torment.
Yeah.
Not a good card.
Oh, Time of Ice. Only situationally
Only
good.
Sometimes.
Like I said, like in the blue-white Flyers deck that I played.
Yeah.
Such a nice tempo play.
Yes.
So good.
But you don't always want it.
But there's a lot of blue decks, like Blue-Red Wizards. That's not an effect you really want.
No, you don't, which is shocking to me. And I learned that late in my Dominaria career, if you will.
Kicker.
Oh.
What a mechanic.
What a great mechanic.
What a great mechanic.
It scales with the game. Cast it early or pay a little bit more. Make it even better late. Excellent.
What was the red one? The one in a red, and you could kick it for 4. It's one of the G2s.
Yeah.
And you got back an instant or sorcery from your graveyard.
Oh, the 1/3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
A+.
What a card.
You want that card.
What a card.
Historic. We talked about the black-white historic deck, and this is basically like artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. When you play one of those, something happens.
Yes.
Sarah Disciple. It's a little birdie. For 1 and a white. Flying first strike. 1/1. Whenever you cast a historic spell, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Watch out for this bird. It will poop on your head. And by that, I mean deal a lot of damage over the course of a game if somebody plays it.
The Avenant Trapper.
Oh, the Trapper.
The 3/2 for 3 that when you played a historic spell, it taps something.
Great.
So good. That's like I remembered when I was playing, I didn't draft that card at any point, but when someone played it against me, I was just like, the first time it happened, I was like, I forgot
how good this card was. It was so good.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go through, what do you want to do? Talk about some of the top commons, or do you want to talk about some of the decks that you can draft?
I think a little bit of, I think a little bit of each, because the commons and the uncommons are about those.
Sure, that is true. Oh wait,
those
first
decks.
Let's talk about our best common.
Skittering Surveyor.
Skittering Surveyor.
Just always play it.
Take it.
It's historic.
Play it.
It'll trigger all your historic stuff. It gets you a land. It's
everything.
It's perfection.
And it won cutest card of that year. So
yes, it did. It's a little telescope with legs.
It has it all.
It's so cute.
Grow from the Ashes in green.
Yeah.
Put this in your deck.
Excellent card.
It'll fix your mana. It'll ramp you to where you need to be in green.
Yeah.
And
you can
does it
kick
early,
it and really
kick it. It does it late. Mm-hmm. It's everything you ever want.
Yavimaya Sapherd.
Great card.
Get a 2/2 and a 1/1. Great.
It looks unassuming, but
I also had in my green-black deck, I had Whisper, Blood Liturgist.
Whisper.
Where you can sacrifice 2 creatures to get 1 back. And if you have like a Sapherd in your graveyard, you can just like sacrifice Saplings, get it back. Beautiful.
And I know Untamed Kavu is an uncommon, but we called it the mythic uncommon of Dominaria.
It was absurd.
You can play it as a 2/2 for 2 or kick it, and it's a 5/5
for 5.
Dumb.
Yes, very dumb.
Redhead Fiery Intervention, which was 4 and a red, deals 5 damage to target creature or destroys an artifact, which can be very important. Solid.
Ooh, here it is. Gitu Chronicler.
That's what it was.
That's the 1/3 we were talking about.
Yep.
Excellent.
In your Wizards deck, this card is a banger.
Yes.
And I don't mean that like the British sausage. I mean it like it.
This card is a sausage.
Shivan Fire was another great kicker spell.
So good.
1 damage or 2 damage or 4 damage.
Oh, and do you know what? Okay, in my Blue-Red Wizards deck, this is going to sound bonkers, but I played the rare Precognition Field, which is 3 and a blue.
Yeah.
And you can look at the top card of your library and you can cast instants or sorceries from the top of your library. And you can pay 3 to exile the top card of your library. And it was so good because I had so many instants and sorceries.
Oh, great.
There were times, and like late in the game, if you had a lot of mana, you can just exile cards from the top of your library if they're just lands. So you can just like pay to exile the lands so you don't draw them.
Yeah.
So good.
We already mentioned Thallid, Omnivore, and Vicious Offering in black.
Yes.
They're extremely good, especially when you're playing Saprolings, which you should be. Eviscerate
just a great removal spell.
kills everything.
Academy Journey Mage, another great one. 5 mana, 4 if you control another wizard, and it bounces a creature when it comes into play.
Love it.
Blink of an eye.
Put them all in your deck. Put them all in your deck. Do you hear me?
Blink of an eye.
Blink of
4
an eye.
mana, bounce something and draw a card.
This is the card that Time of Ice wishes that it was.
It really does.
It's so much better
good.
than that.
It's so good.
We mentioned Cloud Reader
Sphinx.
In white, Gideon's Reproach.
Sure, whatever.
It's a fine removal spell.
Pegasus Courser.
My
Flyers deck had a bunch of these, and then it had a bunch of just like dumb 2-drops. Like the 3/1 Knight 2-drop.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, well, it's dumb until it flies.
Yeah, once it's hitting you in the air for 3, not so dumb anymore.
No, it's not dumb at all.
Pegasus Courser, A+, and Blessed Light. That's the white exile spell for 5, which is kind of expensive in this format, but like you're going to play it.
Oh, so great.
So you mentioned blue-white flyers. Yeah. And the way we kind of think about archetypes in a format usually is by looking at the signpost uncommon. And in this case, that's Raff Capuchin Ship's Mage.
Yes. Great. Flash, flying. Other historic spells have flash.
Great.
A+.
I've played this in the historic deck as well, which is you can play multiple colors in this format. A lot of times thanks to Grow from the Ashes and Skittering Surveyor. But yeah, that card is excellent.
Arvad the Cursed.
Black-white historic.
Yep. Shauna Sisse's Legacy, which is green-white tokens. Great.
Love Shauna. She gets really, really big. And a lot of times you don't remember that she can't be the target of abilities your opponent's control.
You will forget that.
Yeah, I forgot that a lot of times.
Tiana Ship's Caretaker in red-white.
Yeah, and this was an aura or equipment card. It liked those cards. And I never really was able to make that red-white deck work, despite loving Tiana, because I love auras and equipment, and it just never came together for me. So I don't necessarily think it's the strongest deck in the format.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But it did have Valduck if you could get it.
Oh, Valduck.
Which made 3/1s if it had equipment or auras on it.
Yes.
Great.
Duck, Valduck.
Oh, Rona, Disciple of Gix. This let you cast historic cards, or it let you cast anything that you had exiled with her.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
I played her in like a 4-color sealed deck once when we were playing in Vegas.
Aww.
Remember? Vegas.
Doesn't exist anymore. Adelise, the Cinder Wind. She goes with wizards.
A+ wizard.
So good. I haven't drafted a Tatyova yet.
Meghan, stop.
I must
everything.
Excuse
Get out
me,
of here.
I have to leave I have to leave this recording
Megan's
and go
done.
draft while I can still draft because I need the Tatyova. I love Tatyova.
It was a great deck.
Oh, anytime you played a land, you gained a life and drew a card. I love you, Tatyova. You're my favorite.
What a card. Garna, the Blood Flame.
This one you had to like work.
You did have to work for it.
Yeah, you had to work for it, but it could be very good if you did.
I remember it being better than I thought it was.
Yes. There were times when people would play this on you because it gets back anything that died that turn.
Yeah. And it's just like...
And it's just like, if and it has flash, like, you could get wrecked.
And of course, Black-Green, Slimefoot, hello.
Ugh.
Card's dumb. Red-Green. I don't think I drafted Red-Green too much.
No, it was very medium.
It was medium.
Yeah.
It was symbolized by Halar the Fire Fletcher.
Little kicker deck.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how Channel Fireball has ranked the colors in Dominaria. Green number 1.
Yeah.
Because of, I'm going to say, Grow from the Ashes.
Saprolings.
And Saprolings. It's just green, blue secondary because of wizards, black, red, and then white last. I think I agree with that.
I definitely agree. Don't forget the very important archetype of make the hexproof turtle and put on Sarah's wings on it.
Or what's the flying cat? +1/+1 and flying. That was the cat that was flying out the window.
Yes, Arcane
Flight.
Arcane Flight, yes.
Put that on your turtle.
Yep, I did that in a couple of drafts. Do you know what? It still works.
And you know what? You're joking, but it is literally
No, I mean it. It's actually it's a thing. It's a real problem.
Put wings on the turtle, end of game.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. So now you know about that.
You're welcome.
Black-green Saprolings is listed as the number 1 best draft archetype, and I think that was the consensus at the time as well. It's super powerful. It can play the long game. It can drain you out of nowhere because of our friend Slimefoot. So yeah, beware or draft that deck.
And same goes for Wizards. Those two are just both right up there, IMO.
Yeah, I agree. Green-white tokens, I can't say I drafted that too much. Third on their list was it was actually black-red removal control, which I didn't really draft a lot either. Blue-green ramp splash. Yeah, I mean, that is Tatiova's the hallmark card of that. If you got that card, you're doing it.
Great. Like, just, if it's still up, I hope that it still is. Just go and draft it. Like, what a good time.
You'll
have a
fun.
Blast.
You will have a blast, and that is a good luck high five guarantee. I don't think anybody has ever had a bad time drafting Dominaria.
I mean, I'm sure someone's had a bad time.
I'm being hyperbolic here.
Okay, fine.
No one
has ever had a bad time
drafting Dominaria, but check it out. All right. Here we go.
And last up, we're talking about Amonkhet Remastered.
Which happened approximately, the original Amonkhet, 5,000 years ago.
We were looking at these and we're like, do you remember these archetypes?
These archetypes?
Cards, we're like, no.
No, I don't.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
But I thought it's kind of wild to me that I've forgotten all of this so soon, honestly.
And so Amonkhet Remastered, they specifically formulated a limited environment for it. Like they want it to be a fun set to draft.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I'm so excited for it. It was a lot of fun the first time around.
Yeah, I remember that too. And I remember loving the standard environment that went with it. So again, we're going to talk about these archetypes that you can draft, because the reason we're harping on archetypes is going into a draft format blind, knowing the archetypes is the best thing that you can do, because it's going to give yourself a little bit of a roadmap of where to go when you're in that draft. The number 1 deck that I don't have any memory of drafting, but perhaps that I did, is Black-White Zombies.
I also don't remember this at all, but
apparently
I believe it exists.
It's a good deck that is difficult to get and make work, but it can be very powerful when you get it. And its signpost uncommon is Wayward Servant, which is a 2/2 for 2. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand what's happening here.
All right, I get it.
And there's lots of zombies.
It also had, so the white aggro decks with white in them also had, if you got the rare, Dusk Dawn.
Oh my gosh.
Which is just like a beating.
I forgot that there are these weird, what do we call these?
Aftermath
cards.
So you could cast it, and then you could cast the Aftermath out of your graveyard.
So Dusk was destroy all creatures of power 3 or greater. And Dawn was, hold on, I've got to turn my head to the side because it's printed weird. Return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I get it. So that's Black-White Zombies. White-Red Aggro was...
Oh, that was like an Exert aggro deck.
Oh, Exert.
Wow. You were doing lots of things. Like you had Honored Crop Captain, which is whenever it attacks, other attacking creatures get +1/+0. But really, like, I remember Red-White had a lot of Exert creatures.
Gosh.
And that's what you were going for.
I forgot about Exert.
And also, were there ways that you could give stuff Vigilance, or ways that you could untap things?
Yep, you're right. Wow, what a fantastic deck. Black-Red aggro, same story there. There's going to be Exert stuff and plenty of good 2-drops to play in that format. 2 red-green aggro. That's what it says on the can. White-blue Embalm Flyers. Remember Embalm?
I like Embalm. I'm excited to see Embalm and Eternalize come back.
Wow.
Eternalize is the one where it comes back as a 4/4.
Yep. Comes back as a bigger Embalm creature.
Spicy.
Temet Vizier of Nakutum. I can't even remember. I'm like, did I know how to say these cards?
I'm sure you did.
Okay, so this was a 2/2 for 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Great. And it has Embalm for 3 white-blue. So it becomes zombie form.
So I think what's super interesting about this is there's going to be a combination here of Amonkhet Draft.
Yep.
Hour of Devastation Draft.
Weird.
And then like some other cards that they're introducing into the format.
Right. We talked about this on the upkeep. They're putting cards into this Amonkhet Remastered. They're using this drop-on arena to put some more powerful stuff into Pioneer and Historic.
Collected Company and Hornet Queen in green. Collected Company. That's gonna.
Hornet Queen.
I foresee Collected Company shaking up Historic a little bit.
Yeah, I would think so. The card's insane.
Yeah.
Hornet Queen, dumb.
Also, very dumb.
Very, very dumb.
Very dumb. In white, we have Wrath of God. Thank you.
Jeez Louise.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Good day. And Rest in Peace.
Okay. Well, some power.
Yeah. So who knows what else? Like, I think. Yeah, while we're talking about what we remember from Amonkhet Draft, there's also no saying really yet what this is going to be like.
Because there'll be these other ingredients in the soup.
In this draft soup.
Do you remember black-green counters in this set?
Yes. I remember specifically the card that
snake.
won. Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons.
What a good card.
Oh, she was great.
Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature.
Oh, I forgot that Amonkhet had -1/-1 counters.
Yes.
Wow.
Whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch.
Wow.
That card was so good.
Wow.
Yeah. Black-green counters. I loved that deck. Green-white creatures, classic.
Yeah.
Blue-black cycling.
Oh, and do you know what? I remember this one. Drakehaven. Make drakes.
Every time you cycle a card, you make a 2/2 Drake. If you pay 1, that card is just so good.
You just make drakes. Draw cards, make drakes. All I want to do.
Did you ever kill somebody with this card? Faith of the Devoted.
Yes.
And
I died with it also.
Yeah. Enchantment. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life.
Yep.
Great.
Oh, I like it.
We love both of these cards.
Yes.
In Amonkhet Draft. Blue-red spells, classic blue-red archetype, but the card that I love so much in this archetype is Enigma Drake.
Enigma Drake, 1 blue-red for a little 0/4, but it gets +1/+0 for each instant or sorcery in your graveyard.
I love it so much. Oh, wow.
What a great little Drake friend.
I can't wait to play this set again.
Yeah.
It's coming on the 13th to Arena, remastered, so question mark.
Who knows what's going to be in it? Like, are the gods going to be in there?
I don't know.
Are they?
Are they wizards?
Are they?
Tell us. But yeah, and here we go on one of our...
You keep talking and I'm going to see.
Okay, and here we go also on our journey in Pioneer of adding all of the sets from Pioneer to Arena to eventually be able to play Pioneer on Arena, which of course started with Return to Ravnica. Forward is the Pioneer format, which just recently got created, and we were playing a lot of it. We talked about this on the show, I think last week or whatever. We were like, yeah, Pioneer was really being pushed up into the point coronavirus hit, and then Paper was kind of like, take a nap.
Emma Handy pointed out Hour of Promise is coming back with Amonkhet Remastered.
What's Hour of Promise?
4 and a green, sorcery, search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. Then if you control 3 or more deserts, create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Obviously, Field of the Dead still exists.
Yep.
So fun.
Yikes. Okay, we might have to do something about Field of the Dead decks now that Hour of Promise is back. I remember somebody making a really sweet Hour of Promise deck in Standard, too. It was like a 5-color monstrosity or something. Wow, those were the days. 5-color monstrosity Hour of Promise decks were viable in Standard, which I guess is like a precursor to the ramp decks that we're seeing now. But, memories. Misty, whatever the lyric is, memories. There was also what were they called? They weren't, why can't I think of the name of it? Quest Challenge? You know what I'm talking about.
Do I?
There's one in every color. Trials. There we go.
Trials.
I got there. The trials.
That's right.
And when you completed them, you got a reward. I loved the trial cards. I think they were very, very unique and cool. So hopefully we get to play with those too.
We have the cartouches.
The cartouches.
Oh, I love the cartouches.
For example, Cartouche of Ambition, 2 and a black. It's an aura. It's a cartouche. Enchant creature you control. When Cartouche of Ambition enters the battlefield, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Enchant a creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. Yes.
Ooh, the gods are going to be in here.
Oh, great. I love the gods. Mm-hmm. How did you find that out?
I was looking at the list of the green cards that got posted.
Great.
Yeah.
Gosh, Cartouche of Knowledge. Remember that card?
Yes.
Draw a card.
I think of about Cartouche of Knowledge all the time.
I go to sleep thinking about Cartouche of Knowledge.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to talk about one of the trials since I mentioned them. Trial of Solidarity is the white one. 2 and a white enchantment. When Trial of Solidarity enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +2/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn.
The trials!
When Cartouche enters the battlefield under your control, return Trial of Solidarity to its owner's hand. Do it again.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yes, great. Thumbs up. Really, really pumped to play this new set on Arena, and super happy that they're doing the work to put these back in. Yeah. And I'm like just already thinking about Return to Ravnica on Arena.
Oh, wow.
Those are the days. Literally, they were the days when we learned to play Magic.
So let us know if you do a little drafting of Amonkhet Remastered this week.
Yes.
Send us a tweet with a pic of your deck and let us know how it worked out for you. We want to know.
Yeah, tweet at us at GLHF Magic. Give us a follow. We would love to see it. You love to see it.
Do you think these cards are going to stink? Do you think we're going to open this and get just the biggest whiff of like mildew?
Yeah, we might.
Okay.
It's time for the saddest card opening ever.
All right. You want to move this so we can...
Okay. I'll shift my laptop out of the way here.
All right. Here we go. Everybody, I wish I can feel like there's like an S bend in the cards inside this pack. And they're like obviously like swollen with water. They're like...
I'm just like waiting for it to be some like super valuable card, and it's just
God,
no good anymore. That's the saddest pack cracking sound. It was like stuck.
It's
to
like
itself.
Stuck to it.
Can we even separate the cards?
I honestly don't know.
They're like a thick book of cards right now, stuck to each other. Megan,
right, here we go.
You're gonna be like an archaeologist.
Yeah, like slowly. So we have Soulbright Flamekin. That might be the only card we get to know about.
And it was foil.
Oh,
everybody. How's it going?
Bad.
Oh no, there we go.
Oh wait, okay. This is 2 though. Let's see. Let's see if I can get the one between them.
Is it for real 2?
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh God.
Ooh, Loyal Sentry.
There it is.
I hope you watch this video so you can see me like peeling. I'm literally just peeling these cards apart.
What? It doesn't have a smell overall, but when you put the individual card to your nose and take a whiff,
no, don't want to. I'm not going to do that.
Right there. Okay.
Ooh, Vampire Lacerator.
I would like to attack. Can you hear that, everyone? Can you hear this? I'm like whacking against the mic. The sad slap of a wet magic card.
Okay, hold on.
They're getting worse as you go.
Yeah, it's just getting more difficult to like peel them apart. Ooh, Ember Weaver. Here we go. All right.
Look at this bad boy.
They are getting like more stuck together, more difficult.
Yeah,
to
Vampire
peel apart.
Lacerator. This was a card.
Yeah.
It really was. Wait, actually, that wasn't foil. It just looks foil because it's so wet and gross.
Oh boy. All right.
Ooh, Ember Weaver, you're like half a card. Look at the back of that.
Retraction Helix. I can't even see most of this one because I can't peel off the card that was on top of it.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
This is our flooded office. The spoils of a flooded office.
Yep.
Can you at least like get to the rare maybe?
I don't know.
This is like surgery over here, everybody.
I don't.
No, you've completely torn off the.
Okay, well, this one's we're missing one.
There's one.
There's one in here that I can't.
Oh, look, you can see like the weird inner.
Oh wait, I got
cards.
it. It's Vessel of Nascency.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice. Okay, Vessel of Nascency.
Okay, but now it's gone. Oh God.
Look at that.
This is Skirk Commando. You can see I'm really now having a hard time peeling them apart.
Look at that. Beautiful. Retraction Helix. This was a card. I'm going to take, I can get the back of the other card off this card to take a better look at Retraction Helix. So, it's, you know what? This is fun in its own way.
In its own way.
In its own different.
Oh, here we go. Pacifism.
Ooh,
Found it.
All right, that's an option. We might be taking pacifism from this pack.
We might, yeah.
As we draft the waterlogged packs. Just kidding. But we could do a water draft. Megan is really trying, everybody.
I really am. Okay. Phyrexian Ghoul.
What? I don't even know what Phyrexian Ghoul does.
Well, you're not going to find out here.
Because it's just completely...
it's 2 and a black.
Obliterated.
That's Phyrexian Obliterator.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can't tell you anything else except
That's
it's
fine.
a creature.
2 and a black and it's a creature. That's all I need to know.
Creature zombie. Okay.
It's a zombie. which it should be coming from this pack, quite frankly.
Oh, God. Ghost Ship.
Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
This is a weird flyer.
That's right.
Blue.
Remember when we did a draft of this? Weren't we at Wizards of the Coast and we drafted this? I think we were. And I drafted this card. It was pretty good.
Well, I don't know what it is now, so.
I should just play sad music under this whole segment. Like,
okay. Can't tell exactly what this was. I accidentally tore off a piece of it.
Oh, well.
And I don't know. Evie Am. Those are the words I can see.
Everybody at home, what card did she open?
It's 3 mana. And it's an artifact.
Okay.
Nope, like it's gone. It's
gone.
The name is gone. So
the pile is growing.
If you can figure out what Evie M is, it might be. So it's EAVY, and then the next word is A, and I don't even know that it might be an AR.
The mildew smell is growing for everyone keeping track.
Yeah, I can smell it now. I couldn't originally.
It smells like water damage, and the pack did keep the smell in. Let's be real. The magic pack did its work.
I also tore off part of this one.
Are we getting to our uncommon or anything?
Maria, I can't tell. This one is 2 in a red, and it's a person. Okay, open up Scryfall and see if we can find these.
Okay, sure.
It just ends in eat. Eat. 2 in a red.
Are you sure it was Yeet? The card Yeet.
Yeah, the
2
card
in a red.
Yeet.
And if Yeet was a card,
it would. My hands after this. 'Cause I'm pretty sure this is like just mold growing on the top.
It would definitely be a red removal spell. Mm-hmm. Yeet, don't you think?
Yeah.
Scryfall. All right, our favorite advanced search Magic the Gathering website. We are a patron of Scryfall.
Yeah, we are.
Just so you know, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
By the way, while you're peeling those open, you might have noticed that I have a hard drive next to me, which is because we are uploading our most recent episode of Good Luck High Five board games to our board game channel, which is youtube.com/GLHF board games. If you're interested in seeing some really cool board games reviewed by our game guy, Nicholas. So that's my little pitch for that. Check it out. Set. The look on your face is so good.
Oh.
Have you found anything yet?
There's a Nyx Fleece Ram.
Oh, Nick Fleece Ram.
I think is this our rare?
She opens it like a weird little present.
It's Pendlehaven.
Oh, Pendlehaven.
Is our rare.
Sorry, Pendlehaven.
Okay, if you can sort by...
What do you need?
Just go to the red cards and let's
because you really want to find out Yeet?
EAT. Red. Yeah.
Red, Eat. Feet, maybe. Browbeat. That's what it was.
All right, Browbeat.
Mystery solved.
Oh, poor Pendlehaven.
Yeah, I know. Pendlehaven was a good card.
Oh, and then our foil was Dragon's Eye Savants.
Look at that, everyone. Look at that.
Look, I want you to look at when I put my hands on the side of this card. Just. Oh, all right.
These are the remnants.
Wow.
Of our old office. Thank you for joining us for the saddest segment we've ever done on Good Luck High Five. But
we also have a couple of boxes on the shelf behind us here that were sealed in shrink wrap still that we're going to try opening on a video called Did This Survive? Fun and dark.
Well, if you don't want your cards to end up like ours here,
no,
consider Ultra Pro.
I mean, honestly.
I'm being serious.
Put your cards in sleeves from Ultra Pro and boxes from Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro is a great way to protect your investments.
And this was not a setup for this segment, but I just thought of a good segue.
It was a good transition.
Because looking at this is so sad, and it's like, well,
really
if we had had this in some nice Ultra Pro products, this mightn't have happened.
So, and you get to show off what you love about Magic. You can pick great art.
Yes.
You can pick cool colored deck boxes or cool art deck boxes. They have stuff that will hold all of your commander deck.
Yeah.
They have stuff for you to take to tournament. They have beautiful shuffling sleeves.
Yes, everything.
So Ultra Pro, another wonderful sponsor that we so appreciate.
Yeah, thank you so much. Check them out on ultrapro.com or buy all their Ultra Pro stuff from your local gaming store. You can do like curbside pickup, that kind of thing. A lot of them offer shipping or safe ways to go and pick them up in store. So yeah, we love supporting your local game store here on Good Luck High Five and Ultra Pro in the process, so your cards don't end up like the saddest sandbox that your child has ever played in. Or us.
Well, everybody, that's today's show.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out and listening to us or watching us, however you do so. I did an experiment last week with posting the video version of this much earlier than I normally do, actually on the same Tuesday that the episode was released on YouTube, which people said they really liked. I'm not sure if that's something that can actually be possible to do every week, but we'll see once we get our workflow in place if we can manage to get the video version of our podcast up sooner and maybe even on the same day that we release the podcast episode, all depending on the technology we have, because we are, beholden to how fast computers can work.
That's very true.
That's the sad truth of 2020. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody who came and checked it out early. Our YouTube link is youtube.com/goodluckhighfive, all spelled out like that. And please hit the little bell when you're there, when you subscribe, so that you're aware of when our videos get posted.
Yeah, you get notifications. Subscribing does not mean you get notifications.
Right.
Which is weird, but okay,
some
whatever.
strange reason, YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, please do that if you want to check out our videos. It will help you find them and watch them. And Megan's...
I want to go wash my hands so bad. I want to go wash them.
So Megan can go wash them. A big thank you to everybody once again on patreon.com/GLHFmagic, cardkingdom.com/GLHF. You're so great for supporting us and supporting the companies that support us. And thanks for hanging out. And for another week, if you want to talk to us, please send us a tweet at GLHFmagic or comment on our video on YouTube or any of our social media channels. We're on everything. Thanks for being such great fans during this tough time.
I gotta go wash my hands. They feel gross.